Hello and welcome to Electric Bike Report. My name is Pete and this is the Aventon Pace 350 electric bike in for testing and review. This is a pretty impressive bike because it's priced at $999 and includes some pretty interesting features, including the down tube integrated frame battery, 350 watt geared rear hub motor, Shimano drivetrain, Tektro mechanical disc brakes, Kenda tires, and it features pedal assist and throttle as well. So a lot of interesting features built into this casual cruiser style e-bike. Now this is a video overview and I'll have a full review for you at electricbikereport.com, and there's a link to the full review in the notes for this video, and that includes a bunch of detailed pictures, specifications, ride characteristics, range test results, pros, cons, and overall thoughts. So you can check out the full review there. But with that, let's get into the details. So first of all, let's take a look at the aluminum frame. There is some hydroform tubing here, and what that means is it's shaped to provide strength where it's needed, and then it reduces in size where it's not needed as much. For instance, here at the head tube connection, you can see the top tube has a fairly large size at the head tube, and then as it travels back to the seat tube, it just reduces in size. So it's functional, but also tends to look pretty cool. It adds a little bit of style to the bike. And then speaking of that, here's some of the weld details. These are very smooth welds, and compared to traditional aluminum welds, they just have that really smooth, fluid look to them, and it really blends the tubing of the frame together well. And then here's a look at the down tube with the 36 volt 11.6 amp hour lithium battery housed in it. And this is a great location for the battery because it's centered and low on the bike, which is good for the overall balance of the bike, but also it's good for the handling of the bike too. And then coming to the seat tube again here, just another look at the weld details, very smooth. And here's a connection point for the rear rack that could be installed. And traveling down to the rear wheel, again, attachment point for the rear rack. There is a removable or replaceable rear derailleur hanger if that were to get bent. And then traveling back to the crank area, and then the battery. And here's a look at the fork. Now this is also an aluminum fork with the smooth welds, and has sort of a blade look to it for an aerodynamic look, and attachment points for the front fender. So the frame in this testing and review is the step-over frame in the medium size. There's also the small and large frame sizes that are available, and fits quite a wide range of riders. You can see that in the full review. And there's also the step-thru model, which doesn't have the top tube, and that comes in a small and medium frame size. Here's a closer look at the 36 volt 11.6 amp hour lithium battery. It's about 418 watt hours, and again, just a really nice location for this for low and centered weight distribution. At the top of the battery is a battery level indicator. You can just hit that power button right there. Here's a quick demonstration of the removal of the battery pack. Unlock it with one of the supplied keys. There's two supplied. And the pack rotates to the side here. Here's a look at the down tube with the battery removed. Connection points there at the top and the bottom. And then a look at the battery. The bottom here has that charge port. It's covered right now. And then a look at the top of the battery pack. And to reinstall, basically the same in reverse, connect it down there at the bottom, click it into the top, take the key, double check it, and you're good to go. So the battery can be charged on or off the bike, and here's a look at the charger plugged into the charge port at the bottom of the battery pack. And a charger here, and it takes about 4 hours to completely charge the battery from empty. And here's a look at the battery removed from the bike with the charger plugged into the charge port there. So we'll take a look at the drivetrain here. So first of all, these are the aluminum platform pedals, have a nice grippy surface there. And then the chainring here has double guards on each side to help keep the chain on the chainring and to help keep your pant legs a little cleaner. And then that drives back to the Shimano 7-speed freewheel here and the Shimano tourney rear derailleur that shifts through those gears. And then this is the 350 watt geared rear hub motor that provides assist up to 20 miles per hour with either pedal assist or the thumb throttle option. And the pedal assist is a cadence sensor based system. But overall, the motor has a pretty compact design that really blends in well with the overall look of the bike. Slowing down the Pace 350 is handled by the Tektro mechanical disc brakes, and these feature 180mm rotors on the front and the back of the bike, and they provide quite a bit of stopping power. And this is the rear brake attached to the rotor attached to the 350 watt geared rear hub motor there. So kind of matching the cruiser bike style, these are the Kenda Quick 7.5 Sport tires that are 27.5 by 2.2, and they kind of have that balloon style, so they've got quite a bit of air volume for a comfortable ride, and a smooth tread pattern for an efficient ride feel, and some channeling to help dissipate water. There's also reflective striping on each side of the tire for help with being seen when you're out and about riding at night. So the ride style in general is pretty relaxed and comfortable. You can see there's these swept back bars that are fairly upright. There's also the ergonomic grips here that provide a bit of wrist support, and it really creates a stable ride feel overall. As you look towards the seat area, what you'll notice is that the seat angle is fairly relaxed, kind of kicks the seat back. That really makes it easy to place your feet on the ground when you come to a stop. The saddle itself is the Velo Comfort saddle, has a pretty wide profile, and double springs underneath for a comfortable ride. So here's a look at the right side of the handlebar. First of all, this is the ergonomic grip, has a little bit of a wing for wrist support, and there's also the lock-on collar, so that prevents the grip from rotating on the handlebar. The front Tektro mechanical disc brake lever, and these have sensors. Each brake lever has a sensor, so when you engage the brake lever, it will stop the assist. There's the thumb throttle, and this can be used on its own. You don't have to be pedaling. You can just use this and cruise along. It can also be a boost for some of the lower pedal assist levels. So let's say you're in pedal assist level 3 and you want to get through an intersection quickly. You can just give this a push, and it'll give you a boost through the intersection. Then there's the control pad here, and the up and down arrows change the pedal assist levels. There's 5 of them. Then there's the on-off button right here, and it also cycles through information on the display. So here's a look at the center-mounted display. It's very large and easy to read at a quick glance. At the top, you've got your battery level indicator, then this is the current speed, and then this is the pedal assist level. And by hitting the up or down arrows on the control pad here, you can cycle through the 5 different levels of pedal assist, and then 0 is no assist. This indicates that the backlight for the display is on, which is really nice for seeing in different lighting conditions. And then you've got your odometer here, and then by pressing this button here, which is the on-off button for the control pad, just touching it quickly, you get your trip A distance, your trip B distance, the voltage, and then your ride time. So a lot of good information on the center-mounted and large display. And then on the left side here, you've got the Shimano 7-speed shifter, the Tektro mechanical disc brake lever for the rear brake, and the ergonomic grip. Accessory-wise, there's the water bottle cage here that can be mounted in various locations on the seat tube. There's also the kickstand here that has adjustable length, so you can vary the angle of the bike when it's parked. Alright, so that's the overview of the Aventon Pace 350. Make sure you check out electricbikereport.com for the full review, and there's a link to that in the notes for this video. And the full review includes a bunch of detailed pictures, specifications, ride characteristics, range test results, pros, cons, and overall thoughts. All at electricbikereport.com.